Hello, and welcome to Famicast 112, your Famicast for the latter part of October 2017. I'm Danny Bivens, and I'm joined by Cyrus Delaney.
Oh my God, what is going on, everybody?
I think Danny listened to the previous episode.
No. Yes. And Ty Sugart.
Hey, it's me, your boy, Dr. Video Games.
And that's all we got. Oh, we have one more guy, James Charlton.
Is this because of some comments I may or may have not have made about you in the last episode?
I was so pissed listening to the last episode. You have no idea. I was just seething with anger. I mean, I'm never going to get over this, man.
Good.
This aggression will not stand. Unless you want it to.
Welcome to the Famicast.
Famicast, all about video games and microaggressions toward each other.
Hell yeah.
I believe that's an actual upgrade in the new South Park game. Microaggressions.
Nice.
Wow. Well, we got another exciting show for you guys here today, but we're going to go ahead we're going to go ahead and start off with new business per usual. And just since we're on a little bit of a roll here, Cyrus, how about you go ahead and kick us off today, brother?
Cool. It's amazing. I actually played a game this week,
Oh my God.
2 weeks, however far apart these episodes are.
Yeah, they're getting further and further apart somehow. I don't know why. Because some people piss off to other countries.
Yeah, Ty. Jeez.
So I was playing this week was Cinemora X, or EX. And so there'll be probably more detailed review of this going up on the Famicast.com soon. But it's, if you haven't played this is kind of an old game at this point. It was like out for last gen consoles, minus Wii U. But they recently re-released it with like a bunch of extra modes and bells and whistles and voice acting and stuff. And it's a side-scrolling like bullet hell shooter. So it's if you played Ikaruga or any of those R-types, this is kind of your ball game.
Yeah, it looks cool as fuck.
I'm in a little mixed bag. I feel that this game was made by like people who really like bullet hell games, but feel that they're too hard to get into. So it's almost like a baby's first bullet hell game.
Okay.
Like it's got a lot of stuff. Like the main thing that sets it apart from other bullet hells is you can slow down time with like hold the right trigger, and it's all about time travel. The incomprehensible story is very time travel-y. And
Wait, that's not what I got from watching the trailer for this.
yeah, so it's actually really, there's no real mention of time travel in the trailers, but well, that's but there's
Marty.
It's actually really clever how the whole game revolves around time travel. So like this main mechanic of slowing down time is all time travel stuff. You don't have any life or health. It's every time you get hit, you lose time, and every time you kill an enemy, you gain time. And if you run out of time, you die.
That sounds like a movie tagline.
Yeah. Every time you kill, you live.
Every day you kill, he last time. Till he was straight out of time. Bruce Willis in Out of Time. I'm sure that's a movie.
I think they had that one, wasn't it? The Justin
that
Timberlake?
was Justin Timberlake. I almost said Bieber.
Same thing. No, it's God, no.
So the plot of this game is like, it's this really bizarre revenge story set across multiple time periods where you're like, it's actually kind of cool because you'll play the level through where it's like, say the first level is this bustling metropolis and beautiful and well-maintained. And then you will play the same level again the next time, but it's like this, it's when the city was still being constructed and it's full of wild animals or whatever. And then you play it again, and it's the same. It's like the same general level layout, but a totally different experience, which is pretty cool. But I'm still not decided if I think this game is a bit too easy in places for a bullet hell game, or just right to get people into it. It's generally pretty well respected, so I think they made the right call by kind of making it a bit on the easy side.
I'm assuming there's like, unlockable expert modes or whatever.
Yes, so that's why I'm withholding judgment because I've only gone through the story mode a couple of times, and I'm going to move on to the other modes, which I'm assuming pick up the difficulty slack.
Are you on the hard? Did you start on the hardest difficulty?
I started on normal, and I got to the final level because I play these games. I like Ikaruga. I like those games, but I'm not terribly good at them. I still got to the final boss on this in like my first playthrough, but it's like a difficulty wall at that like last section. There's you kind of coast through at a nice gentle difficulty curve, and then like this last section is fucking ridiculous compared to the rest of the game. So yeah, look forward to the review where I actually get to play all of the modes and decide if it's really as easy as I think it is.
Neat. Looks like I can get this game on Xbone.
Yeah, it's on everything except Wii U.
Well, if
All right,
on
it's
Switch,
dead. You know, get over it. It's a dead console now.
It's the one thing that it's kind of a double-edged sword is this game looks gorgeous. Like it's got these really beautiful like enemy designs, all the cities, the landscapes all look amazing. But sometimes it looks so beautiful and nice and there's so much going on in the backgrounds, you can't see what you're able to collide with or what you're able to fly through or what is a missile and what is scenery. And so there's a few times where you just lose track of stuff just because it's too pretty for its own good.
So it's a good spectator game to play with someone else in the same room.
Yeah, definitely. Because when you're playing bullet hell games, most of the time you don't even see anything that's going on. You're just looking at your ship and like the 10 pixels to either side of it.
Right, yeah.
So,
yeah.
It's almost the same comment as like when you play Smash Brothers with scrubs, you know, casual gamers, and they go like, which one am I? Am I Donkey Mong or whatever?
You know, I've been playing a bullet hell this month. Maybe I'll talk about it. And it occurred to me that maybe a lot of bullet hell games are a lot like playing what was that old game called? Operation, where you have you like the pseudo board game. It like lights up when you touch the side.
Yeah, it like makes noises too. Like
Yeah, shocks the shit out of you.
I'm the doctor for you.
Right.
Part of the commercial.
Yeah, so you're trying to navigate this
American
tiny little space surrounded by bullets. It reminded me of that.
yeah.
So you could basically be a doctor if you play a lot of bullet hells. That's what you're trying to say, Ty.
Yeah, Dr. Video Games.
There you
It's
go.
me, your boy.
Yeah, just like split your time evenly between bullet hells and like trauma center, and it's just as good as a college doctorate.
PhDs in the mail.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's me. I shot a bunch of stuff and traveled through time. It's good times.
Nice. I'm gonna put that on my wish list.
Cool.
Yeah, I'd say you'd like it. It's your kind of game, I think.
Right on.
Maybe the time travel thing, it's kind of like playing, you know, like when he visits the school, like in Back to the Future 2, he goes back and visits an old school and when Biff is president.
Well,
That's
Is it like that?
it's pretty kind of how it pans out, except way more confusingly.
well, when you play one of Cave's bullet hell shooters, like the game has slowdown implemented into it. So like it seems like you're on an old piece of shit hardware, but it's actually designed that way. So when there's a lot of bullets on screen, the game slows down. So I felt like maybe this is the same. It just gives the player manual control over it.
Yeah, like this game, it's definitely like it runs at a very smooth pace the entire time, and then like when you hit the slowdown thing, it just like you can just easily dance between the bullets. They basically freeze on screen, so you feel totally badass.
I mean, you're playing this on the Switch, right? So like, have you played it both docked and undocked? Is there any like change in, you know, graphics resolution, whatever, slowdown, more slowdown, etc.?
I didn't know. Like, I deliberately tried to play it on my big screen at home and then on the Switch just to see how a game like this would work. And because it's not the kind of game I think is designed for like sitting on the train with like different lights flashing past you and stuff. Right. So I deliberately played it on a train to see what it was like. And it's, you know, there's no difference between either of them.
Okay. Fair deal.
Cool.
Right on.
Okie dokie. Well, I'll go ahead and go next with new business. Yeah, like James had mentioned on the last episode, I was away in America just on a kind of a short vacation with my wife, just
Wasn't
visiting.
that short?
Well, okay, it's like 11. I've
Go on.
gone for a lengthy period of time, and I every time before I get on a plane, I'm always thinking to myself, man, I had my 3DS, got my Switch. I'm going to be playing games like crazy on this thing. But what I end up doing is usually just trying to watch a movie, and of course my screen was like kind of screwed up, so I couldn't really watch much of anything. So I spend most of the time on my flights just literally staring at the seat in front of me, doing nothing. So I can't sleep.
Fucking idiot. Seriously, what are you doing?
It sucks. And that's like, I don't know, 11, 12 hours of my life just staring.
So why didn't you just whip your Switch out?
It was too far away. I didn't want to. I don't know. I'm like, I got to be in a mood to play games, and it just seems like I'm never in that type of mood when I'm like on a goddamn airplane.
Man, I'm always want to play video games, but I can't because of the small child attached to my leg.
Ah, well.
That's my child, not a random child.
Are you sure?
Probably.
Yes. But anyways, so I was back in the States for, like I said, a good little while. And when I was there, actually, I had a really good opportunity to meet Perry Burkham, the guy who created the theme song for us. He's created the Fake or Real theme song. He's just overall awesome dude. He's on, if you don't know, you should. He's on the Talk Nintendo podcast on NintendoWorldReport.com. Check out his podcast, him and Casey Gibson talking Nintendo every week. Yeah, man, Perry was awesome. He made me food, showed me all of his games, gave me a game.
Wow.
He had this box of Famicom games, so he just gave this game that my wife was familiar with called Spartan X.
That's karate, isn't it?
Is that what it is?
I think it's international karate in English.
Okay. I never played either the Japanese one or the English one, but my wife was like,
sure enough.
What's that?
Yeah, sure enough.
Oh, well.
Nailed it.
So now it was great getting to meet Perry, and I got to meet his wife and his dog and stuff. So that was fun.
Did he let your wife eat the food as well? Or you kept saying well, I ate the food and it was my game to me, and was your wife not involved?
Okay, I was eating the dog food. Everyone else was eating. No, no okay. My wife got to eat too. So
there you go.
But if you follow me on Twitter, you probably know about this already, anyways. But I did manage to track down in Japan, the Japanese Super Famicom Mini on launch day. I just walked into the electronics store when it came out here, October 5th, and lo and behold, they just had them. So I bought one, and when I was in America as well, I called up a GameStop that's close by and just asked hey, you guys have any? No, but we're getting some in this week. And then I just called them the next day or a couple days later, and they said they had 3, so I just went in and got one. And
oh shit! So you got an American Super Nintendo?
Yeah, got it. I barely had any time to. Well, I've had time since I've been back. It's just been so freaking jet lagged that I haven't played much.
You've now got 40 plus 2 games to play.
There it is. Duplicates too.
Well, there are a lot of them are the same, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm hoping to get more into that. I only got to play a little bit of Mario Kart with a friend, and then 10 minutes of Mario World. So yeah, but
and you've now got 4 controllers.
Yeah.
2 nice ones, 2 shitty ones.
Yeah. Yes. But just in the past day, I have been playing a game that we got for review, and this is Yono and the Celestial Elephants. And if you've been paying attention to any of the Nintendo Directs or anything like that, you would have noticed this on a Direct, I think maybe the last Direct. This is basically kind of like a Zelda-style game. I believe it's out on other platforms and stuff as well.
Yeah, I think when we did an episode about one of the Directs, I think we all kind of went, wow, that looks cool. Yeah.
Again, top-down Zelda-like game, but instead of being like a human, you're an elephant. And, most of the game you're kind of exploring and solving puzzles. That's the majority of what you're doing here. But there are some bits where there is some combat, and that has got to be probably one of the weakest points of the game, because like the elephant Yono, he has like a charge like rush attack that he can do, kind of like a headbutt. But whenever you're fighting enemies, if you get like into some kind of a rhythm and you just keep pressing A, not like mashing A, because he's not going to keep. It's not like Link would do, like with like in Link to the Past or something like that. But you press it and he'll kind of just do a headbutt and then kind of reset and then do it again. And I noticed, especially today, because first I wasn't getting hit by enemies at all, and I was like, okay, that's weird. But like today when I was playing, I noticed that I just got stuck and I couldn't move. That was because like the enemy had started like his attack like motion, and basically some of the times if that happens, you're just going to get hit. So yeah, I mean, it's all kind of like just timing and stuff. It's just kind of weird.
Are you saying like the hitboxes are slightly off or something?
It's not even hitboxes. It's just like the whole animation sequence with combat. It's just weird.
Are you saying it's the Dark Souls of Zelda games?
Yes. No, it's not like a tough game. There's a lot of like puzzles and stuff, like I said, but they're all pretty simple and pretty enjoyable too. This game isn't gonna like wreck your brain or something like that. Sometimes some of the puzzles might be more annoying because you say like, oh, I know exactly how to move these boxes to put them over these buttons. This is gonna take a little bit of time to do it. So it's kind of annoying, but it's still. Okay.
So you've worked it out, but it takes more time to actually do it.
Yeah. But with the visuals and stuff, this game looks great. It looks fantastic. There's a lot of really good attention to detail here, especially with like animations. Yono's like trunks kind of like flopping around.
That's what she said. And apparently there's like lots of costumes to wear as well.
Yeah, you can purchase basically different colors for Yono. It seems like the only thing you can really do with the currency in the game, which I found kind of disappointing.
Costumes.
Where does Yono keep all of these costumes?
It's like they just paint him on his body. So
the correct answer was his trunk. You have ruined my joke.
I was going to say, I hope you're not going to make that joke, Cyrus. That's really, really bad. And it was too late.
You did it anyway.
It was like watching a car crash in slow motion.
That was just my attack animation, was just kind of getting there.
Yeah.
Danny, how many times are you going to say YOLO in your review?
Probably 6.
Okay, that's good. I'll read it for you and make sure it's good enough.
Sure, please.
The tagline should be YONO, YOLO.
Yes. No, I've been enjoying this game, like I said, aside from combat, and there's some kind of like quirky movement issues. Like, for example, doing this headbutt, sometimes you can do it into walls and you'll knock like pots off of like shelves and stuff like that, and you get hearts and crap. Sometimes, depending on how your character is like positioned, I've had it to where he'd just like shoot over kind of areas where he's not supposed to. And like I accidentally made progress in like this dungeon type of area that I was obviously supposed to do something, but I accidentally just shot over like a wall. I was like, all right, well, that's fine. So there's a little bit of jank here.
Breaking, Danny. I like it.
Yeah.
Sequence breaking.
Not even trying to, but
now you're playing with the pros.
Yeah. One thing I like about the game, though, the story, it's surprisingly deep and kind of dark, actually, too.
What?
Yeah, you wouldn't think so. There's a lot of social commentary type of stuff going on here, believe it or not.
And I believe this is like done by one dude, right?
Yeah, sure. I'd have to
like
take a look.
Small team, anyway.
Yeah, but this isn't an incredibly long game. I started playing it last night, and granted, I was playing this more than I play most games, just because I was kind of into it, and I had a day off today.
Yeah, Typhoon, man.
Yeah,
Gotta love it.
Yeah, so I probably already played maybe 5 or 6 hours, and I'm pretty much at the last area of the game. Yeah, I'm still trying to kind of gather my thoughts on it and stuff, and that's coming in a review hopefully sometime this week. I'm trying to get this stuff finished before Mario comes out so I can just kind of sit back and enjoy that,
Cool. It's like $12-15, isn't it?
Sure.
I believe so. Somewhere in there.
Yeah, something like that. I think. Yeah. I would talk a little bit about Metroid: Samus Returns, but it's probably been like 3 weeks since I played. But about 10 hours in, getting pretty close to the end. Having a great time with it. Just I'll have to start playing again so I can remember things. But
did you watch the Nintendo World Championships?
I did not.
That was in that.
Oh, right.
There was like a speed running part to it.
Oh, I know. I remember you mentioned on the last episode. I remember that part of the game. It's pretty tricky, and you just kind of. I mean, after you die a couple of times, after I died a couple of times, you kind of get used to. Okay, I got to be the ball here. I just have to, make sure I don't get hung up on something. And it's pretty tough, but not impossible.
I noticed that some of the grapple beam moves, like you could grapple something and then pull yourself towards yourself, like just like horizontally.
Yeah.
That exact same move is in SteamWorld Dig 2.
Uh-huh.
It was really weird when I saw it. I was like, oh shit, which one came first? I was like, who copied who? Or was it just a coincidence that they both have the exact same move?
Yeah, it might have been just a coincidence because in that particular section, like they had at the Nintendo World Championships, because when I was first going through, I was like, how the hell can I even get through here fast enough? Right. And then I was just trying things, and I got out the grapple beam. I was like, oh.
Because I don't think that's been part of Zelda games, because grapple beams are always usually, you fire it like diagonally up and you swing, right?
Yeah.
Or straight up and then you swing, or something like that, right? Or you get momentum. You never just go straight out in front of you while standing.
Yeah. So that was cool. I liked that. Just, that was an interesting addition there.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to do a review for that probably at some point, maybe before Christmas.
3DS is dead, baby.
Hey, I'll tell you, I mean, that is very true, but I think this is a good reason to dust off your 3DS and actually play it, because this game's actually pretty goddamn awesome.
Does it use the right trigger very much?
Like the shoulder button?
Yeah.
Shit, do they? Yes.
Oh, well, I'm not playing it then.
Oh, is your right trigger screwed up?
Yep.
Okay, well.
What a weird request. Does it use the R button? No sale.
Yep.
No thank you, sir. Get your right button out of here.
Yeah. Well, that pretty much does it for me. Like I said, stay tuned to Famicast.com. We're going to have some more. I'm going to have a review for these things up there at some point. So
you're not going to talk about your 2 minutes with Mario Odyssey?
Oh, yeah. I did get to play Mario Odyssey in America at Target. I was just shopping with my wife, and that day my mom and my younger brother were with me too. And I was just kind of in the game section with my little brother, and I was like, oh, shit, it's Mario. Awesome. But I only played for 2 minutes because, I could have easily been there for like 20 or 30, but, you're with other people, you may got some things to do, and you don't want to make anybody be like, oh, God, he's over there playing. What's that?
The normies who don't understand.
Yeah, my little brother kind of understands, but I think he was getting kind of bored for those 2 minutes. He just wanted to do something else.
You just dying over and over again.
that would bore anybody to tears, wouldn't it?
The guy at the counter saying, you're not supposed to be able to die in this section. It's just the training weird. Never seen it. Yeah, it's weird.
I'll make it happen.
Yeah, reliving a bit of your youth there, isn't it? Like seeing a Mario game in a Target and playing it before release.
Yeah, it's weird. I have memories of seeing Sunshine in Walmart and they still had the Shine Get in the demo, and I was so disappointed when they took the Get out of the English version.
I thought you were going to go Mario 64. We all played Mario 64 in a shop before release, right?
Like I had a friend that had it, so I played it at his house.
Okay.
Or it's like the time when one of my buddies rented a Dreamcast. Like, I don't know how the hell this happened. I think I talked about this on the show before too. But it was like months before the Dreamcast was out. And like his dad rented him a Dreamcast with Sonic Adventure. There are no memory cards on the market. So it's like you just had to keep playing until like his mom turned it off. So, I mean, you can only get so far. And then, yeah.
Cool story. Nothing to do with Mario, but thanks for that.
Yeah, I
You
thought
know,
Cyrus might appreciate it.
it's common. People do segue into Sonic from, the superior of the two platform guys.
Jesus Christ.
Speaking of
guy out of
Sonic, I'm done. And Ty,
Yeah,
I'll let
boy.
you go ahead and continue new business for us.
Okay. I was hoping you played that Layton I loaned you.
No, I have not. I'm sorry.
You better get on that.
He only
But-
had 12 hours to himself with a 3DS.
I
Right?
needed to sit and stare at the chair in front of me. Sorry.
Jeez. Let's see. What have I been playing? Everything, all the time.
Good.
Yeah. So I think we got some promotional code thing for Mantis Burn Racing, and I was playing that today.
Holy shit, yeah.
Yeah.
Which is coming to Switch. We're gonna get a Switch review code. But the interesting thing is it's crossplay between Xbox and Switch.
Yeah. So I'll get a chance to fuck you guys up.
For
So
one of us.
So unfortunately, there are no giant bugs in this game, and there's no burning stuff, but there is a lot of racing. Once again, the name of the game is Mantis Burn Racing. All right, so I turned the game on. I mashed start. Now I'm thinking, okay, here we go. Here's a generic racing game, and then I start playing it. It's like, whoa, this is not a generic racing game, right? Okay, so it's a top-down perspective game.
Oh.
So yeah, so in the first like 20 seconds, I had like flashbacks to Blast Core, Super Sprint, Super Off-Road.
Nice.
So, yeah,
I like all of those games.
yeah, all those games are good, and I don't know if it was the intention, but this certainly feels like a spiritual sequel to all those. So fortunately, the camera is not fixed. It just follows your car.
Mhm.
So that feels good. And so the courses get pretty big. And I forgot to mention RC Pro Am. It feels a lot like that.
Micro Machines, that's another one of my favorites.
Right? Yo. So I'm playing it. It feels very drifty, which is nice. It feels really good. It's like it's just got that good RC car feel.
Okay, I'm gonna have to take the Switch version code then when we get it.
Yeah, yeah, and we'll race.
Let's do it.
Cross-platform, boys.
Rip in peace, Sony, though.
Yeah.
For no
Who?
reason.
Okay.
Exactly.
So yeah, I do enjoy it. One thing I do not enjoy is the engine sounds in this game. They're not good.
Really?
Is it one sound all the time?
Not exactly. Okay, so like when you're just driving along, it's just sort of like a ho hum, not great, not terrible engine sound. But when you start the race, it sounds like a cacophony of scalded dogs, like with the volume up to 200%.
Oh my
It's not good.
So it sounds like a J-pop song.
Right? It sounds like the game crashed and it's like stuck on that one sound before it, blue screens out.
You are
Is it like a
painting an amazingly vivid picture of the sound. It's fantastic.
Right?
It's like a
yeah,
mo-
I
modem.
thought the game was broken. And as I scrambled to like turn down the volume.
You thought your modem was redialing from the
Right?
1990s.
Yeah. I mean, everything but that is good.
Okay.
I mean, don't let that dissuade you. It's worth that like 5 seconds of torture at the start of every race.
Does it have a sound effects slider in the options menu?
God, I hope so. Gonna check that out. But yeah, it's good. I like it. I'm gonna definitely gonna play it more. It handed me a lot of achievements real quick too, so that's fun.
Oh, that's why you like it. Okay.
Yeah.
Now I see.
Let's see. I've been playing a lot of Star Fox games. I'm gonna not talk about those because you guys are gonna have to pay. Right?
We'll
One
talk
day.
about that in coming soon.
Yeah, we'll get to
What's it
that.
called? Now playing. That's right.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
True or false, James?
All right.
Take.
Now, I wasn't gonna bring it up, but I want to talk about one of my top 3 bullet hell games that I've been playing this month. And
Are you and Cyrus like in cahoots?
no, this is a coincidence.
Okay.
And it's also Halloween themed, so
Ooh.
I like to bring it out every year. It's Deathsmiles.
Oh
You can
yeah,
get-
this is a good one. I
Yeah,
have this
you-
on 360.
Yeah, and you can get it for like $5 at GameStop or whatever. But it's one of the best bullet hell games ever made.
Hmm.
And I think they were also trying to target beginners with it, but at the same time, the difficulty ramps up to being like I think literally the hardest Xbox 360 achievement. Yeah, so like if you're just trying to beat the game on one credit, you know it's tough but fair. It's doable. Like you just have to practice for like a week or 2 or 3. Yeah, it depends how good you are, I guess. But yeah, you can like beat the game on one credit, and it's not that torturous. It's actually extremely fun. But you know, if you want to go ham, there's you can try to beat like the hardest route, and like the number of people who have done that worldwide is in the single digits. So this game has everything. It's so good. I bought it twice.
Yeah, I think I played it, and I think I cleared it once and was like, that was good. But if I recall, I did try and go some of the harder routes, and it was not happening. That game is hard.
Yeah. It has some of the best bosses ever. I like the giant cow. Like, yeah, this is full screen cow. I like the last 2 bosses, Jitterbug and Tyranno-Satan.
Did this get a release in North America?
It did.
Okay.
Yeah. And you can
Hail
probably
Satan.
you can probably still order shrink wrap copies of the special edition. It comes with a 360 faceplate.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
Yeah, get on Amazon right now. Check that out. It's probably $9.99.
I thought, if I remember from last year, Ty, you always said that on Halloween you played Doom covered in pig's blood.
No, that's just like all the time.
Oh yeah,
So
okay.
that's just Casual Friday.
Is the tie covered in pig's blood, or is the game covered in pig's blood?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, you don't seem to be quite grasping how much pig's blood is involved here. There's very little that's not.
Okay.
There was something slightly different you did on Halloween. I can't remember what it was.
Probably played Amnesia or something.
Okay.
I can't remember. What?
Can't remember.
Oh God.
Motherfucker. Yeah,
Cyrus is on a roll today.
right? Amnesia's golden. I haven't replayed it yet this year, but one of my favorite spooky games. I don't know. I should probably get to playing Splatterhouse.
Hey, that's a fun game.
Yeah. It's metal. All right, so that does it for me. Play Deathsmiles.
Okie doke.
And then Deathsmiles 2, which is the Christmas one.
Yeah.
But
What?
it's still Halloween. It's like Nightmare Before Christmas
Okay.
if it was anime,
Just like Christmas night then.
right? Tim Burton's the anime bullet hell.
There it is. All right. Well, James, how about you go ahead and finish new business off? for
Right.
us?
Well, finished up Steamworld Dig 2. The reviews on the site as well, by the way. Yep. It's a great game. I really liked it. Gotta give it a good score.
Did it stick the landing? Like it lived up the whole way through?
Yes, it did. I mean, I heard that there were like more bosses in the sequel, and that is true. That is technically true. But like, it's not like there were a lot of bosses. I think there's only maybe 3 in the whole game. You fight one right at the beginning of the game, which we probably all did at TGS.
Yeah.
And then there's like, maybe 1 in the middle, and then the last boss at the end. So that's not really a focus of the game, and you shouldn't really think of it as like, ooh, which boss am I going to fight next? It's just very coincidental, you know, what the bosses that you fight. But yeah, it is incredibly addictive game, and like I'm still going back to it now. I've finished it, but and once you clear the last boss, it's kind of like you can't really go back. Like you have to load up the game before you went into the boss, kind of thing.
Gotcha.
So, but there's a few I was talking about in the last episode. The cogs, the kind of augments that you can like add to your character. There's a few like near the end, which highlight the treasure in your little mini map. So in the top right corner of the screen, it actually highlights in purple where there's treasure that you haven't dug up, and that's like super useful. So you can say, okay, there's a little hints of purple on this side, and you can just swing over there and just like start digging. And it's like, oh, there's the treasure. So if you just want to like get every last little bit of treasure and maximize all your upgrades, it makes things a lot faster. And you know, it's like end game stuff, and it just helps you just like, you know, speed that. It's usually like the last bit of any game, you know, getting every little secret. It can be just like get a little bit annoying or repetitive, and it's just like that quality of life thing is just so appreciated. And
I like that they give it to you at the end. That's kind of cute. So yeah. Once you beat the boss, then it's like, okay, I have this thing now. Let's go back.
Yeah, and there's actually another one which actually adds like white sparkles to any kind of hidden room entrances. And you can turn these on and off, by the way, like I said last time. So like basically in the overworld, you've got like these little caverns that you can enter, and they're like little challenge rooms. Basically, they're like a self-contained puzzle, and there's a little treasure at the end of it once you do it. But also there's like an additional secret hidden in there as well. And if you get both, if you get the treasure and the hidden secret, then it puts like a check mark, a green tick on the door of that entrance, and then you know that it's completely done. There's no more secrets in there. So again, that makes it really easy. You just, you know, hit the map button and you're like, okay, there's a door without a check mark on it, and you can just head straight to it, and then you know exactly what to do. So the last, you know, 10% of the game, which would normally be very annoying and laborious, is like super enjoyable, like even to the end. So like getting 100% in this game is really enjoyable and is like easy to do kind of thing. So yeah, I really appreciated that, and that's what's making me go back to it, even though I've finished it. So yeah, highly recommend it to anyone who likes those kind of games. For review, I'm playing a game called Tiny Barbarian DX.
Oh,
good choice.
Holy shit. I mean, is this available on other platforms? I can't remember.
I'm gonna guess.
It might be on Steam. Yeah. I think it's Steam. I think it's console exclusive. Like it's Switch and Steam only.
Yeah, it sounds like a game that got a small release.
Steam, there it
God.
is.
That's 3 strikes, Cyrus. So, if anyone has watched like a Conan the Barbarian movie, it's very much inspired by that. But this is like a beautiful pixel art game. So, like, imagine like you've got this huge like widescreen TV, and your guy is just like a few pixels high, but it's so beautifully animated. You can make out everything that he's doing, even though it's just made up of like just a very few pixels. So like he even does all these really cute animations. Like if you press down and punch, like he'll do like flex his muscles and do stuff like that, just for no reason at all. And it's just all animated beautifully. So yeah. Anyway, I forgot to actually mention what kind of game this is. It's basically a platform game, but you can slash your sword, basically.
Okay.
And there were no real special moves, and there were no upgrades to your moves. There were no upgrades to your jump. There are no items to help you. There is nothing. It's just jump and slash. That's at the end of the game. That's all you do. And there are some special moves which they don't teach you at all. Like if you jump and then like double hit the sword button in the air, you can kind of do like a spinning sword move. And if you press down and sword, then you'll kind of like do like a elbow drop to the floor. None of this is taught to you. I just completely found it by accident. But this game is fucking balls hard, and it's like Yeah, Ty should be reviewing this game, not me.
Oh, okay.
I mean, Ty would have finished this in like, I mean, Ty would have already finished it, I'm sure. But like, I think I'm on like the 4th or 5th world or something like that. And I don't know how many there are. There's probably a bunch more. You get like 5 hits, I think. I think 5 or 6, your life bar is like 5 or 6 hits, but like everything in the world, like, you know, hit spikes, you hit an enemy, it takes 1 block off immediately. And there's very little / no invincibility frames. So like maybe like very few invincibility frames. So you can die very quickly if you get stuck somewhere, for example.
Oh, you just like keep getting hit by the same thing.
Yeah, and there's not really any. There's a bit of knockback, and you if you're climbing somewhere high and you can get knocked down quite far, and that is kind of annoying as well.
Is it
But
like Karate Kid on the NES where you get bounced around like nonstop until you die?
No, it's not. It's not like that. No. You never put in any situations like this. But let me just describe an incredibly painful segment that I recently got through. So there's this tiny little. It's all made up of blocks. Like all the artwork and the level and the stages, everything is made up of blocks. Like Super Mario Brothers was. Everything could be made up of blocks, right? So you're jumping on these block to block kind of like little platforms, and there's these birds which kind of fly in a kind of an arching pattern, like a wave pattern, that fly at you, and you kind of jumping and slashing at these birds in midair. Or you can kind of jump and avoid them if you want to time it that way. But they never stop. They never stop respawning. Like, you can kill 20, 30 birds, it doesn't matter. They will constantly keep coming.
Yes.
And it's like, you just got to do these pixel perfect jumps, surrounded by enemies with only 1 attack, and you just got to nail it. It's basically just like nail every screen, and it's basically broken down into screens, I guess. Like once you reach the edge of the screen, you've done it, kind of thing, and you move on to the next screen. And if you die, you'll go to the beginning of that screen. So it's not too unfair, but some of the screens are they last quite a while, and some of them are like over in seconds, and other ones like you could be on it for like 5 minutes and you still not reach the end of it. So the difficulty is like all the way up there. Like it's crazy. I mean, even the title screen, Ty, you'll love this. To start the game, you have to die.
Nice.
Like it's just like this little barbarian like on this mountain, and then all these swarms of skeletons just attack him from every direction. And I was like killing all these skeletons left, right, and like they just keep coming. I'm like, why? And then I die. I'm like, fuck. And then the title screen comes up. And you're like, oh, okay, I was supposed to die. But like that's what happens when you turn the game on. You just like you turn the game on, boom, there, you're just there with no explanation of the controls. It's amazing.
Sounds cool.
So yeah, this game is hard from like World 1, and some of the like the second world's parts are just incredibly hard, and it gets harder and harder and harder. And then you think, okay, it's not going to get much harder in the same level, and it does. And then you'll have bits that are kind of relatively easy, and then it'll just be balls to the wall hard again. There's some cute segments, like there's some cool interesting bosses actually, like and the bosses are a lot bigger. The sprites are a lot bigger for the bosses. Like there's this guy like throws like bombs at you, and you have to deflect them back at you. Yeah, you have to fucking nail that timing, or you're gonna die very quickly. There's this like giant snake, and you do actually have mounts from time to time. You can jump on the back of like I don't know what they are, like lions or something like that. So you move into the right, but things are coming from you from behind, so you have to like constantly tapping like forward, and then like tap left to the back and slash something behind you, and then hold right to keep running, because like a scrolling thing, and if the screen reaches you, you'll die. So like you're being attacked from above, the side, you're jumping over like platform elements. There's a boss, like a giant snake boss above you, that you have to keep hitting. and you have to keep running to the right, but things are coming at you from behind. So it's just like so much death from every side. It's so fucking hard.
Are you okay after playing this game?
No, and like, I mean, like trying to get through it, I'm like, I don't know. Do I have to finish this game to be able to review it? It's like, am I gonna be able to finish this game to review it? And,
That's Polygon Top.
Oh, shots fired.
So, yeah, I'm gonna give it my best shot. God damn it! I'm taking it on the train with me. I'm like, okay, it's like at nighttime. I'm like getting tired, and it's like, okay, I'm not doing this. It's not doing me any favors playing this game when I'm really tired and trying to go to bed. So I'm like taking it with me on the train, and it works good as a portable game actually. Like even though, like I said, the character is quite small, it's such a sharp resolution. It's like such like beautiful sharp pixel art that it doesn't really matter. It's just like playing, like a Mario game, whatever. It would work fine.
Imagine the way it's split into screens too gives you that like I can finish something before my stop.
Yeah,
Convenience.
yeah, exactly. I mean, as we all know, like the Switch, I mean, you just hit the power button. It's just like using a tablet. It's the same kind of deal, isn't it? To switch it back on, it's like just continues where you left off. But the other thing is like it only saves when you complete a world. So like you could be like 5 screens into a world, and yeah, Danny's already predicted what I'm going to say. But like, yeah, I've had a few times where I've been like 5 screens into a fucking balls hard world, and then just like hit pause and then hit the power button, and then maybe like the next morning I've like played something. I was like, oh yeah, I'll knock a few more secret rooms in Scene World Dig, and I'll load up that, and then I'll go back to Tiny Barbarian. I'm like right at the beginning of the world again. I'm like, fuck, fuck, and I have to do like 5 of the hardest like screens again. That's happened to me like maybe 3 times now. I should probably learn from my mistakes.
Yes.
But yeah, if you're Thai, buy this game. If you're not Thai, yeah, I hope you like hard games.
If you aspire to be Thai.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. But I think this game, you can actually buy this game retail as a game card, which is crazy. Which I believe is like $30 in the US.
Yes, $29.99 on Steam.
So
sounds about right.
I'm not sure about for that price. I mean, I'm not going to mention price in my written review because, like, I think that's always a bad idea to do that kind of thing because people can read reviews years later, and so price becomes like irrelevant. It's like it could be like $5, on the eShop in 2021, right? And people are like, why is this reviewer talking about it? $30. I don't care about that, So yeah. If you're listening now in 2017, October 2017, and it's $30, yeah, I don't know. But if you really like the look of it and you like hard games, yeah, go for it. If you want to get the collector's edition, why the hell not? But if you're not good at video games, I'd probably stay away.
No,
yeah,
I'll stay away.
Okay, I wasn't looking at you, Danny. I was talking to the audience.
I know how this goes.
But I seriously was looking at you. Yeah, and all the usual. I mean, Breath of the Wild. I recently looked at my save data, and it was 50 hours, and I still haven't even thought about going to Ganon yet, which is crazy to me because, like, I don't think I spend more than 40 hours on a Zelda game ever.
There's so much to do.
I mean, 40 hours in a Zelda game usually means you've got all the heart pieces and you're done with it, 50 hours and it's like, I still see screenshots and people talking about stuff. I'm like, where is that? Like, what? You can do that? Like, how do you even do that? It's like I barely scratched the game and it's like 50 hours. It's like, what? Oh, man.
Yeah,
This
that
game
new
is
story content DLC coming out in a couple of months too.
Yeah, I'll get to that in 2023. Yeah. Oh, I think I'm on 42 shrines, just for reference.
Okay.
which is like, not even half.
No idea how many I've gotten at this point. I do want to kind of dive back again. Probably when the DLC comes out, I'll dust off my save.
Oh, I did Eventide Island though. That was a lot of fun.
Oh, I started that, and I was like, I don't want to do this.
Ty, are you aware of the legendary Eventide Island quest?
No, do tell.
Basically, you land on this island, and then all your weapons and items get taken away from you, and you basically just have to survive, like by gathering whatever you can on this island, and to unlock a secret on it.
Oh, okay.
Or you can just take a boat over to it, take off all your equipment, leave it on the boat, then trigger the quest, then jump back in your boat and pick up all your equipment again.
Oh,
Is
hey,
that true?
Yep.
Wow, that's
Ooh.
fucked up.
that's a cool scrubby way to do it. I might have to do that.
No, that's pro as fuck.
Okay. Hey, cool.
Okay, I didn't do that. But I actually, of all the build-up of saying it's like the hardest quest ever, like, I didn't think it was that hard. I landed on the island, I immediately got a sword. I found like bunches of like banana trees, and I immediately found like what I was supposed to do, and it was like, it wasn't that hard, didn't die.
The thing that fucked me up on that island were the fucking Octorocks. Those
Yeah, they're annoying.
the guys they're the most dangerous enemies in the game. Like Lionel's, whatever. They're their own stick. Like Octorocks.
And there's a big boss on that one for like the last orb that you have to get. There's like a giant boss with it around his neck.
Yeah.
And I fucked him right up. I killed him. I mean, I later went back and looked at like a let's play of how the people were doing it, and there was a bunch of ways that people were doing it, and most of them involved killing that dude. Sorry, not killing that dude. Like,
Yeah, you can avoid. I killed him when I did it.
But like, and I was like, oh yeah, maybe I didn't have to kill him, but it wasn't that hard to kill him. I don't think that. Sarah, do you remember what that thing's called? It's like
a Himlocks or a
something like that, right?
The big one-eyed guy?
Yeah, the big one-eyed giant mob.
They're very, very slow, yeah, and they're like super easy to kill. Like I don't get it. So yeah, that was fun. Breath of the Wild, the endless game. Yeah, I'm done.
Okay, cool. Well, we're going to go ahead and move on to now playing at the Famicast.com.
That game.
So, now playing at the Famicast.com. James, you want to kick us off here with some hype for a recently released episode of your show?
That's right. So if you're a level 3 subscriber, $3 or more, you get the bonus spin-off shows, of course. And the latest one is Famicast Sound Test, episode 2. So this one is all about autumn/Halloween music. The first one was Mario Donkey Kong music. These episodes take a long time to produce. So I really hope people enjoy them. I put a lot of time into choosing the songs, finding the songs, editing it all together, and then adding my commentary and quiz type questions into it as well.
I hope you got Pumpkin Hill Zone.
Is that a Sonic game?
Yeah, it's from Sonic Adventure 2.
Yes,
Okay.
Knuckles has some of the greatest rap music ever written in that game.
Okay. Well, I think we all know the answer
you
to
know
that
me, the
question.
fighting freak Knuckles. We all hear it. Pumpkin Hill, yo.
Yes.
My friend told me he got so mad at that song that he took his controller and threw it full force, right at his TV. That just bounced off.
Spoiler alert, there are no Sonic music tracks in the sound test.
Do not want
Yeah,
yours,
I'm just
'cause
gonna
it's
put
not
that song on loop now.
All right.
Well, also coming up, so Ty and James,
Yes.
that we have another Patreon exclusive episode of what
Coming up.
Yeah,
Sure.
boy. Armchair Designers Club. Where,
AC/DC.
yeah, that's right.
Coincidentally, it just happened to be abbreviated to AC/DC.
I like AC/DC. What of it? So if you didn't catch our last one, it was about the Mario Kart series where we break the whole thing down, put it back together, try to make an amazing new game. And we're going to do the same thing with Star Fox.
Holy moly.
Yeah.
It's going to be hot.
There's a mess of a series.
Yeah, very topical currently, right?
Yeah.
Danny, I'm sure you've completed Star Fox 2 by now.
Yeah, absolutely not.
I did, and I don't even have a Super Nintendo Mini.
I got 2 of the bastards, and I still haven't even done it.
Wow, get good.
Yeah.
Fucking.
By good, I mean get really bad at managing your time and play video games all the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's going to be a good one. Hold on. I might want to mention how critically acclaimed our Mario Kart AC/DC was.
Mm-hmm.
It's beloved, even.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. We got a lot of love for that episode.
Yeah, especially because I'm on it.
Yeah.
I don't listen to a podcast unless I'm on it.
There you go. We got at least one listener.
Right?
Cool. Then Cyrus, I think
I've got a review coming for Cinemora X, so like I talked about, and then was rudely interrupted by my internet connection. So you'll find the full story in my review coming soon.
I thought you just dropped the mic. You're like,
No,
that's
I just
me,
didn't kill
I'm
enough
out.
enemies. I ran out of time. Had to put another credit in.
There it is.
Yeah, and there's also my review of Steamboat Dig 2 and Tiny Barbarian DX.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and like I said as well, we're going to have a review up for Yono on the site as soon as I can, and then hopefully one for Metroid Samus Returns. There's a lot of stuff that I wanted to do. It just hasn't happened. Hopefully these will. Well, I know Yono will happen. I can guarantee that.
Yono, man. And last thing, I'd like to say thank you to Fidel Suarez. He was a level 3 subscriber, which you only need to subscribe $3, but Fidel, in all his kindness, actually gave us $6, which was super generous. And this month, he just went again and upped his pledge to $10, which is amazing. This guy just keeps getting more amazing, and I'd just like to say thank you again, Fidel. You're amazing, and thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. I can eat food for dinner tonight.
There you go.
Yeah.
And we're also extending the offer for free download codes for our spin-off shows. So that'll keep going through probably Christmas. So keep at it. Send us your questions and you'll get a download code of a spin-off show of your choice. Famicast Nightcap. That's the end of the segment.
Yeah, be sure to check us out, Famicast.com. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, everywhere else, YouTube's. You'll see us there. All right, James. You know what time it is.
That's right. Wait, you're not going to even stop me?
No, I'm encouraging.
Japanese!
Yeah!
There you go.
That's it, folks. It's time for the news, the Japanese, as we like to say.
We should get that trademarked. Oh, I should get it trademarked.
You should.
I invented it.
Yes. Well, something that I thought that we should go over before we get into a whole other kind of deluge of stuff. Actually, maybe there's a few things. So, kind of breaking news, I guess, somewhat. An Animal Crossing Direct is coming. Well, by the time you actually have this episode, it'll probably already be done.
It's happening on my birthday, 25th of October, which is weird. Because I both hate smartphone games and Animal Crossing.
Yes, and this is what this is about. So,
so thanks, Nintendo. I guess my uncle is not really. Maybe he died. I don't know.
Yeah, just like
no, he's just vengeful.
That's it.
It's like, Uncle, that's not what I asked for my birthday. I asked for Mario Odyssey, not fucking smartphone app.
Here's your free copy of Animal Crossing on your iPad.
That's right. Oh God. Man, you know, that sounds like a joke. It's not a joke anymore, is it? You can now play Animal Crossing on your iPad. You can, probably.
Yeah.
We haven't watched it yet because it hasn't happened yet.
But anyways, that's happening.
Slash happened.
Yeah. Yes.
And it's happening at lunchtime in Japan, so
Oh
that's
man,
weird.
no
Oh,
more
yeah.
like 7 a.m. directs.
Yeah.
probably
Well,
maybe-
actually, no. Is this a Japan one? This is in Japanese, isn't it?
I thought there was
Japanese people.
The only ad I've seen for it was a Japanese tweet for it.
Yeah, there could be English tweets coming later, but at the time we're recording, there's only the NCL Japanese Nintendo account have tweeted it out so far.
Mhm. Well, other than that, there was a big update that came to the Switch earlier last week. This is version 4.0. This adds a lot of cool stuff to the system as well. Excuse me. Pretty much the biggest one of these that, and I think, I swear to God, I think I literally called part of this. But so, now with select games, there is a video capture option that you can do on the Switch.
I think I literally said this.
Almost exactly how it was implemented too.
I think I said, you'll probably just hold down the button, it'll record like 10 seconds of video. Something like that, right?
So we got 30 seconds.
Except it's 30 seconds.
And what's nice too, I mean, it's your the previous 30 seconds that you played, that way that you don't have to be like, okay, I have to hope I get something awesome in the next 30 seconds.
That really surprised me because I didn't think that was natively built into the Switch, like that kind of like constant recording of data, right? Because
I mean, maybe that's just
I
something.
know that's how it works on Xbox and PS4, but they've got fucking microprocessors dedicated to that very thing built into the system, right?
Yeah, I have no idea what type of magic Nintendo did to implement this thing, but I'm glad that they did. This is a good start. I think I'd read somewhere that it's possible that they could increase the length of this, down the way.
Yeah, I think they said they wanted to. I mean, right now it's only available in 4 games.
Yeah.
It's like ARM, Zelda, Odyssey, and Mario Kart, I think.
Mario Kart and Splatoon 2.
Splatoon 2, that was the one. So
Zelda. Did you say Zelda?
Okay.
Yeah, it's like
whatever.
4 games. Yeah. So I wonder, are they going to keep this as like a first-party only thing?
This
has
in
been
in statements that I'd seen, they want to make sure that this is implemented in all first-party games, and then from there they're going to kind of move on to third-party stuff. And thinking about something like Skyrim, which is coming out just in a couple of weeks, you would think that would be a perfect candidate for something like this to be in a game, considering that it's in, other versions like on, Xbone and PlayStation and stuff. It'd be perfect because
when weird shit happens, you want to record it, right?
Yeah. So.
Oh yeah, I've had that experience.
Mm-hmm.
Skyrim has some weird stuff that goes down.
Yeah, so who knows? They haven't no third parties or anything or announced yet, but yeah, this stuff will come over time.
I believe it's going to be patched in for a game, unlike on a game by game basis. But then it'll reach a point where every game will support it. Probably like a year from now, this will be a moot point. But they're going to increase it 3 to up to 5 minutes of recording.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I've tested it out. It works exactly as sold, and it saves the video to your internal memory. But I believe you can actually save it to your micro SD.
Yeah.
And then from there you can take it out and put it in your computer, I guess. Or you can actually just post it straight to Twitter and Facebook, can't you?
Right.
But if you wanted to like edit videos together in your own time, you could also do that.
Right.
And also you can now transfer save data between switches. It deletes it from the base switch and then moves it to the other one. So it's kind of like a transfer process that you do, but it's on like a save data type basis.
Yeah. When I first saw this, I was like, oh wow, cool. Nintendo is getting like cloud saves or something. And then it was like, nope. So if I lose my Switch, all my shit is still gone with it.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Have fun with that.
Yeah.
And the other kind of like obvious thing that they added was pre-purchasing and preloading. And I'm actually going to be able to test this out because I've pre-ordered Odyssey as a download code from Amazon JP.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, it's weird, isn't it? I didn't think this was like new business worthy, but like, you know, in Japan we have those download cards, like physical credit card type looking things, like prepaid
all over
card
the back
things.
of Danny's display here. If you're looking at the video version,
Yeah.
And I was thinking about getting. I think they actually are available now, aren't they, Danny?
Yes, they've been available
bought
for a
yours,
while.
or-
Yeah.
Have you bought one, Danny? Or
No, I actually pre-ordered a physical version at 7-Eleven
what?
because
man, you're getting a clear file.
yeah, Cyrus gets it.
Is it?
Yeah,
So-
and it was cheaper. It was cheaper than the download code too. So
How much was the physical one then?
like 59, and then like the digital code was like 64.
Yeah, so like it's 6,400 and whatever, basically 6,500 yen if you buy it directly from the eShop, and also the download card, which is exactly the same as the eShop price. But Amazon JP actually had a download code for sale on Amazon JP for 5,000, like what you paid for the retail one, like 5,000 and whatever, 5,500. Basically like almost 900 to 1,000 yen off. But you're not getting the little credit card, prepaid card thing. It's just they're going to email you the code. So I was kind of like debating, is like, do I really need that little prepaid card?
Yes.
To save 1,000 yen? Probably not. So yeah, I'm getting it for the same price as Danny, but just as a download. So yeah, I'll be able to try this pre-loading thing out.
Yeah, I remember I was so kind of surprised whenever I don't remember what game it was. Maybe it was like ARMS or I don't remember, but I was so shocked because I had the card and you couldn't, well, obviously at the time you couldn't pre-purchase anything or pre-download. And yeah, because I was kind of used to that with like Wii U and 3DS stuff where you could, and then it's like, okay, this is a brand new system and you can't even do that. That's weird, but it's
yeah,
just,
I had no idea that was not a thing.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, Switch kind of launched in a weird time. If they would have launched at like the holiday season and at this with some of the shit missing that was missing up until now, I think a lot of people would have just had a hissy fit.
Yeah, I think
in March.
they're just patching stuff in as they go along, like things that people need. Like at the launch, they didn't need any of that stuff. It's like now it's like, okay, well, people are now starting to realize, oh, we don't have this, and they're just kind of patching it in little by little. So it kind of like worked out in the end.
Yeah. Well,
that's very apologist of you, I must say.
Yeah.
This is all shit that should have been in here. Let's not mince words about this.
Yeah.
Of course it should have been in, but but like there's like rushing. I mean, people rushing stuff out half baked, which is like what Nintendo are all good for. Like what they did with the Wii U. Like that's why I waited like almost a year to get my Wii U. It was like by the time I got it, it was all patched out to run reasonably well. The same for the Switch. By the time I got my Switch, Breath of the Wild didn't have any frame rate drops, etc., etc. If you wait a little bit, things are going to get better.
I can't wait. Speaking of can't wait, I guess some people. Okay, whatever.
Doesn't the PS4 still not have like features they had in their like fucking initial trailer?
Such as?
Like being able to like take over other people's games and play it or something like that?
I don't know.
The kind of shut down and suspend feature, which only just recently added, etc., etc.
There's like weird things on PS4 as well. Like on the PS3, like if you're playing a Blu-ray disc, it would even show like a little preview image on there. And they just added that relatively recently, like in the past year on the PS4. I was like, what the hell? I don't know. That's just so stupid. Only I care, but
that's right.
Anyway, moving on with some of the other things that are added here in this update. Now, if you have a certain piece of software that's up to date and you wanted to share this information with your friend, like the data, you can do that. You can basically help them update like their game.
Oh shit! That was just for the latest update?
Yes.
Oh man, I actually played Splatoon 2 local for the first time with 3 of my students. Well, it could have been 5 of us, but one guy didn't have an update.
Oh.
So that would have literally been useful. I think we played literally like the day before the update. So yeah, that would have been cool. But that was a lot of fun, by the way. We played Salmon Run, local 4-player. I was playing the English one. They were playing Japanese ones. But it was, all worked beautifully all together. Super cool.
A couple other things. There's some new user icon stuff from Odyssey. And what was it?
Odyssey and
Pokemon. Cyrus, what do you think?
Well, I know they officially announced that Pokemon Ultra Sun Moon will be the last 3DS games.
Oh, okay. Yes.
I think it was more like Zelda ones. Wasn't it like the Guardians or something like that?
Oh, is that what it was? Okay.
Yeah,
Icons on the system.
More of everything, basically.
Yeah. And then,
the icons. Yeah. It was. Sorry, I missed. There was a bit of a dead zone on my internet. I was trying to catch up.
Oh, sorry, man.
There's the T-Rex one is probably the best new one.
Oh, okay.
Mario T-Rex.
Yeah.
The next one is the big one for me.
Yeah. So James, this is perfect for you. Doesn't really do much.
This is like basically making the Switch a Wii U, but not in that way that you're thinking. Like in a good way.
Yeah.
So basically, you can now use USB wireless headphones with your Switch. So you plug in. Well, I don't have any of these yet, but I'm definitely going to buy myself some now. I found out these work on the Switch. So like you plug in your USB dongle to the dock, and then the audio will come out of your headphones, right? So these are just third-party headphones. People are testing them out now. Bunch of people have just said, plug it in. It just popped up on the screen. It said USB headphone. There's like nothing to install or do it. You just plug it in and it works. But I'm sure there are going to be some that don't work. And also, this is not Bluetooth headphones.
Yeah.
These are specifically USB wireless headphones. So you need like a USB thing. But how do wireless headphones work? I would just assume they were all Bluetooth. That's how it's wireless. Maybe there's another kind of wireless.
I mean, I got some wireless headphones. It's just that. It's just Bluetooth.
Yeah. Well, anyway, you need one of those dongle things anyway. But this is cool because, this is one of the reasons why I still keep my my Wii U plugged in. Is like when I want to watch Netflix, but just have the sound from like the sofa, so I can like watch loud movies when everyone's asleep. And that's always been useful for me as a father with kids, babies who are asleep after 8:30, and I want to play video games with a decent volume to them. Up to now, actually, it's been kind of like a bit of a shitty situation with the Switch. Actually, I've been like just sitting really close to the TV and having it very quiet. I also have like one of those like what do you call them, headphone extension cables.
If you're sitting that close to the TV, shouldn't you just do that, man?
Well, there's close, and then there's like fucking having your face on the screen. Like, you've seen how long these cables are? They're only like, what are they, like half a meter or something like that? I do have like I was saying, I had a headphone extension thing, but it recently crapped out. So like it doesn't work. It only works with like one speaker. So anyway,
made in the USA, bro.
There you go. So anyway, long story short, I'm going to get one of these USB headphone things ASAP.
Cool.
Should be cool.
Well, we do have some other little bits of news here. Hold on. What's this about the Zelda?
Is the one that says Zelda looks good in 4K on PC?
Yes.
Well, it does.
Official Nintendo 4K release.
Yeah. No, don't tell Nintendo.
No, I'm not telling them.
Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of like pretty kooky mods for Zelda on PC at this point.
Right.
It's like people playing as One Punch Man or whatever, and just like going to town.
The dream is alive.
Guy like he just modded in. You play as the Initial D car, and like like drifts around the place, and he recreates all these like ridiculous drifting videos. It's pretty good times.
We Skyrim now. I'm the Battle Toad.
Yes.
I'm Spider-Man with the Keyblade.
I've seen those mods. That's mental.
Hey.
Okay.
Better
Yeah, well,
retweet
check
my
out
favorite
some-
screenshot again.
Ooh.
Yes.
Okay, so next we're going to go to our friend of the show, Japanese Nintendo,
Yes.
and look at some news that he's been posting. You know, Japanese Nintendo news, right up our alley.
Yeah.
So, oh yeah, Danny, you were right. Super Mario Odyssey is to follow with the video capture thing.
What?
Super Mario Odyssey is going to be with one of the video
That was-
capture things. You said
but-
that right?
Sarah said it.
Cyrus, same thing.
Yes.
Snipper Clips Plus is coming out on 10th of November.
Okay.
It's 3,000 yen. You can preload it with the new feature. The top 10 eShop charts. Minecraft Switch Edition is number 1, and Overcooked is number 2, and Splatoon is number 3. That's very surprising. I didn't know Japanese people played Overcooked.
Yeah, weird, right?
Number 4, Dragon Quest X, all in one package.
And, well, Overcooked did just come out like a week or two ago here.
Okay. Good luck to it. Splatoon 2 art book, Cyrus?
Yeah, I've seen I got the first Splatoon art book. It was super cool. I ended up selling it because I'm trying to get rid of most of the stuff that I own before I go back to Ireland eventually. And so I'm tempted, but I will be strong probably.
All right. Shin Megami Tensei 5 is coming to Switch.
Yeah, that was just a trailer, like a teaser trailer just went up like a few minutes before recording this, showing that it's not just going to be some random Shin Megami Tensei spin-off game. It's like the official 5th game.
Right. Limited Run Games announced that they're going to be publishing physical Nintendo Switch games. So this is a company that specializes in making cartridges or like discs of download-only games. So yeah, I would expect something like SteamWorld Dig 2 to have that. Well, Tiny Barbarian already has a cartridge version, which is kind of amazing. I guess this is the people who just want the physical version of their favorite download games.
I'm waiting on my physical Skullgirls from limited run games. It's taken them a year. It's almost finished. Yeah.
Shit. Ooh. Famitsu's Most Wanted. We haven't done this in a while. Odyssey is number 1. Pokemon's Ultra Sun and Moon is number 2. And Xenoblade 2 is number 3. So,
Switch is going hardcore.
Yep. What else have we got? Dragon Quest 11 on Switch is also highly anticipated, apparently, even though the PS4 and 3DS versions are out. And Project Octopath Traveler. And Gyakuten Saiban 4, Ty.
Oh boy.
That's Ace Attorney. Isn't it?
Yep.
People are hype. What else have we got here? Oh, BlazBlue. Is it BlazBlue or BlazBlue?
I say Blaze Blue.
Yeah, I often hear Japanese trailers say blah blue, so I don't know. Yeah, I say Blaze Blue.
I wouldn't trust Japanese people's pronunciation of things. But what's it called? Cross Tag Battle is coming to Switch.
Yeah, Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I'm like I don't like any of the games featured in this. Like, I don't like Untitled Birth. I don't like Blaze Blue. I don't like Persona 4 Arena. And
I do.
Hater.
Yeah, I played a little Under Night and I was like, this is kind of cool, but I'm not willing to learn this game. But this game I will still pick up. I will totally support fighting games on the Switch.
Yeah, I think I jokingly tweeted out someone is listening to the Famicast because you said you wanted all the fighting games on Switch.
Yeah, and the gorilla paw curled that one finger.
There you go.
Here's a reminder for everyone. You can get yourself a Brooks Universal fighting board and it'll work on the Switch.
There you go. I don't know what I just said.
For those of you who like to build your own arcade sticks or have an arcade stick and would like to use it on Switch, you You can get it for the low price of like $100 and physically install it yourself.
Yeah,
All
it'll
right.
convert any standard arcades thing that you have. You just wire it up and it becomes Switch compatible.
You can make a weird piece of shit out of cardboard, and like I did, and it'll work. Just gotta wire it right.
Rip in peace. And in Azuma 11, Aris no Tenbin is going to come out next summer.
Yeah, Inazuma 11 still exists apparently.
Yep. Also coming to PS4 and mobile.
Yeah, it's kind of surprising. I thought this series was dead, but guess not.
Hey, well, Danny, if you want to catch up on the episodes, you can actually watch the anime for free.
Oh, thank God.
Are we still talking about a soccer game?
Well, they did go into space once and fight like an alien soccer team, I think. Might have been a magic soccer team, I can't remember.
Yeah.
So mileage will vary on whether it's still soccer or not.
Apparently, the Inazuma YouTube channel has every episode for free, but it's only in Japanese and there's no subtitles.
That's still pretty cool.
So good luck. Okay, there was an arms tournament in Nagoya,
Yes.
and a game called Toho Sky Arena, like some kind of 3D action, like one-on-one game, which was also on Vita apparently.
Yeah, Toho, they've landed on Switch, man.
What's it called? Sky Arena Genso Kyo Kusen Hime Matsuri Climax. I wonder how many Vita games end with climax. Or end with a climax. Am I right?
You don't want to know the answer to that.
Right. Oh, do I? Well, I don't. So yeah, we already talked about the Animal Crossing Direct. We got the times. In England, it's going to be 4 a.m. Rip in peace. Eastern time is going to be 11 p.m. and Pacific time is 8 p.m. So that's not too bad, except for Britain and Europe. It's only going to be 15 minutes long, so don't get you hyped too much. So Nintendo Switch was the best-selling hardware for the third consecutive month, and is now over 2 million in North America. And Nintendo also claimed that Nintendo hardware, i.e. Switch plus 3DS plus SNES Mini, account for 2/3 of hardware sales. So yeah, good job, Nintendo, I guess.
Congratulations.
Man, there's a whole bunch of like random news here. You can now transfer your Wii U save data from Minecraft to Nintendo Switch edition.
I looked at that earlier, like yesterday or 2 days ago, and then I saw that like this news is already out in like August. So I don't know, because like Nintendo had this on their Japanese website, and I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about this for? Maybe it's for Japan only. I don't know.
I found a good tasty morsel here. Do you remember that Advance Wars looking game?
Yes, I'm
excited.
excited.
It's called Tiny Metal, not Gal Metal.
Yeah.
Tiny Metal. That is actually going to be released on the 21st of November, next month. But the weird thing is, it's going to be published by Sony. That Sony. So Sony made this new label called Untitled. And this is really weird. So Sony are going to be actually publishing a bunch of, not only on Switch, but like, also on Vita and PS4, obviously. But like, basically they just want to get like indies onto as many platforms as possible, including consoles not owned by Sony, which is really weird. So yeah, they're going to publish that next month.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Yeah, it's weird. I mean, but then again, it's, like I've heard on podcasts, and I'm sure you guys can just gather. It's just like, this doesn't mean, oh my God, freaking Uncharted coming to Switch. I mean, it's, nothing like that. But
Uncharted not coming to Switch, did you say next month?
Not next month. It's coming out in December.
Okay. What's that shitty 3D platform game on the Sony platforms that people like, even though it's terrible?
Crash Bandicoot?
Oh, yes. I also heard that might be coming. That new version. Anyway, here's some exciting news. The Biohazard / Resident Evil Revelations Unveiled Edition on Switch is going to come with an 8-bit mini game called Ghost Ship Panic. And Revelations 2 is going to include a game called Ghosts and Homunculi?
For
Is that even a word?
Homunculi.
Play the Game Boy Color port of Resident Evil 1.
Okay. Yeah. That'd be cool. / not. So
Be
yeah, that's
amazing.
cool. They're throwing a little bone in there.
Yeah, that was approximately 900% more effort than I thought they would put into
Yeah.
those ports.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's so true. It's so true. Yeah, we should we should just be thankful Capcom are doing anything.
Yeah.
So yes, I think that is about it for all the little
update to
tidbits.
ARMS. I mean, part of it probably to add the video stuff, and then
Oh yeah, I tried out the new arena
okay.
and the new badge system. That's pretty cool. You get it's basically like an achievements system in ARMS now. You get these like little badges. There's like a page that you can access on the main title screen. So yeah.
Boss, the new Robo version of whatever his name is.
Oh,
the main
is he in it? No, I didn't think he was in it.
Yeah, you have to beat Grand Prix with a bunch of special requirements, like perfect every round or something.
I thought that it said just beat it level 4 or above.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe just that then.
Yeah, because that's how you get the actual credits and something.
Okay.
If you're actually going through that.
Okay, this game I'm gonna need a hand knowing what the hell this game is. Manhattan's Requiem.
Yeah.
It's a visual novel murder mystery. KGJB Harold no Jikembo Manhattan Requiem. It's coming out 26th of October, one day before Mario.
Yeah. KG means
What the hell is this?
Police. What the hell was it? Detective? Not detective, but along those lines. Some kind of police detective dude. I mean, the guy is 1950s. Has the hat and fucking
The hat.
his eyes.
Okay. Danny, Boaz. You like Boaz, don't you? Or was it Cyrus?
It must be.
I
Cyrus.
played it briefly on the smartphone, then was nah, and deleted that.
So Famicast's biggest Boaz fan.
Biggest
Cyrus
voice
Delaney.
is Cyrus. Okay. Well, there's going to be a retail version coming to Switch. It's already available as a download. And it's going to add controller support, and you can now play it on the TV. Because before it was touch only, and you had to undock it.
Yeah, it's if you have not tried this, there is a free demo for this on the Switch. It's one of the few demo games, so give it a try. It's a solid music game. It's just uninteresting to me.
Apparently 45,000 people have downloaded it on Switch. Good luck to them.
Yeah, God bless him.
Okay, that's it. For the Japanese.
That's it. All right. Now moving on to feedback. If you want to have an email, comment, criticism, complaint read out on the show, feel free to send us an email at thefamicast@gmail.com. Also, if you want to hit us up on Twitter, you can do that, the Famicast. Facebook, same thing, the Famicast. I think that pretty much about covers that. So, James, do you want to go ahead and start reading some of these?
Man, this is one for all of us, isn't it? This is from ALT Insider, friend of the show, J Dubs. So, fuck, marry, kill. You ready?
Oh, I was trying to discern, was this some sort of code? And I'm like, oh, it's that game where you choose which characters you fuck, which one you'd marry, which one you'd kill.
That's right. Samus, Daisy, and Dixie Kong.
So wait, fuck Samus, marry Daisy, kill Dixie? What's wrong with Dixie?
No, you can choose. You can choose anything you want.
Yeah.
You can marry Dixie Kong if you want.
Okay, marry Dixie Kong.
Hell yeah.
Sorry. Fuck Dixie Kong.
Wait a minute. Daisy is like a regular humanoid.
Yeah,
So
you
is
could
Samus.
totally fuck that without breaking any laws.
But Dixie is a monkey, a chimp.
Says who? You ever seen Planet of the Apes?
But she does have a blonde ponytail for some weird reason.
Yeah. She can play guitar.
She can fly, kind
Ty,
of.
Ty, show me your hands, please.
Cereal. I was thinking about opening it up, eating a big handful, crunching on it right into the mic.
Cereal doesn't come in a tube. So yeah, I'd probably just have to do it in that order. Okay. Yeah, Samus, Daisy, Dixie Kong. Why not?
Yeah, like I talk big about
Sorry.
Dixie, but yeah, she's got some pretty stiff competition here. The other two,
Interesting choice of words.
very deliberate, I assure you.
Ty, what about you?
Well, let's see. So, Samus is now like a super pretty bimbo.
Right.
So there's fuck. Daisy is super annoying, and I would definitely want to murder her. Dixie Kong was in a really good video game, so I would have to go with Mary, and maybe there'd be another one. I don't know.
Just talk about the video game. What was it like being in Diddy's Conquest?
Yeah, right. Maybe the best Super Nintendo game.
It's pretty awesome.
Wow, shots
Yeah.
fired. Next one is from Japanese 3DS, which is aka Japanese Nintendo, friend of the show, supplier of our news. He says, thanks to the Famicast for the shout out on the latest podcast. Well, this is like Inception now, isn't it? Check him out. We're now actually reading out his shout out as a shout out on the podcast.
Wow, and we're gonna create like this awful feedback loop.
That's right. Also like to thank Cheesemeister 3K for what is FF? Is it Follow Friday?
I thought he just double fucked us, but
You're still looking at the first tweet. But
Exciting
yeah,
new Final Fantasy game.
yeah,
Yes.
for calling us one of his friends. Thank you, Cheesemeister. He's also been on the show, hasn't he? A Telethon episode.
Yeah.
He has a good
Back in
Twitter.
2 years ago.
Yeah, that's right. Next is from Tyrion3. He says, Radio Free Nintendo, never heard of it. And the Famicast are the best Nintendo podcasts. Thank you very much.
True story.
Next one is from Mookie X57. I think that's how you say it. He says, this is sent to the Famicast account, but he also says, Dear Family Complicated, i.e. me, the trolling is one of my favorite parts of the Famicast. Damn me being so far behind on the episodes. I think he's going through our entire backlog. He's about, I don't know what episode he's on at the moment, maybe like episode 100.
Wow.
It's like, I think he's now on the new feed, I'm not sure. But he's also like going back and like calling us out on any mistakes that we made / Danny made.
Thank you.
That's, yeah, follow us on Twitter and you'll be able to see all the mistakes that we made. Something about Danny confusing up-resing and upscaling or something like that.
Was that me? Or we're just saying it? Let's just say it's me. It's fine.
Yeah. Next one is from Enots Kalb. Friend of the show. He's often frequent Twitterer. It says, thank you. As usual, the reviews on games you don't enjoy, aka RBI Baseball, are hilarious, but also insightful. Cool history of that series and its origins. So I guess that's aimed at Danny.
Yeah. I mean, Troll and I don't, James.
Yes.
James is the guy that gets most of the reviews like kind of lined up for us, and it's great. But I mean, I think we were talking about it maybe off the show, and I don't think we both realized how fucking bad that game was. And then RBI Baseball, that was just me. I was like, hey, baseball, $30. I don't want to pay that. I mean, it's like, I'm kind of interested in playing this, so let's see if we can get a review copy. And lo and behold, we did. And I kind of wish we didn't.
He's also glad to hear that we're all hyped for Doom and /Skyrim. And he says, I hope a couple of us pick them up and looking forward to our hot takes on their release.
yeah, I'm still super hyped for Doom. I'm trying to figure out how I can afford to buy it before it comes out because I really want to play that.
That's November, isn't it?
Yep.
Next one is from Hai Tani, which sounds very Japanese. You guys should have asked for Square's Live Alive. Is that how you say it?
I think it's
Live Alive, Live Alive.
Live Alive.
Instead of Seiken Densetsu 3. So this is back from our TGS coverage, I think. People were asking us like at the Square booth to like ask for Secret of Mana 2. aka Seiken Densetsu 3, instead of that shitty pack that Danny got, or the shitty 3D remake.
I think they're talking about the 3D remake. I'm not against that.
Does look pretty bad though.
I still need this to play through what I have.
Yeah, that 3D remake, that reeks of mobile game they converted to console game.
It does, doesn't it? Looks really bad.
Okay.
Okay.
Live Alive looks like the game that Barclay Shut Up and Jen Gaiden most closely parodies.
Yeah, some of those...
Throw that out there.
Yeah, seriously, some of those late like Square Enix games, like getting nerd serious right now. I mean, they just look fantastic. So I mean, anything that looking at some of the stuff for Barclay, I mean, it looks freaking awesome. I mean, you look at some of the
if you
visuals.
haven't played Barclay Shut Up and Jen Gaiden, you need to. It's one of those games that'll change your life.
Going to Switch near you.
It would be nice.
Don't know. All right. Well, that's going to do it for the feedback.
That's a wrap, Jack.
Yeah, and that's actually a wrap for the show. A little bit of a shorter episode here today.
Yeah, only 2 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. I like that. Most podcasts are like try to wrap up within an hour. Like we barely get through new business in an hour.
Yeah, it's ain't gonna happen. But yeah, thank you guys out there for all listening. We appreciate it. God.
That is dying. Well, me and Ty are getting lubed up for AC/DC, so look forward to that.
Yeah.
We're gonna fix the Star Fox series for you. You're fucking welcome.
By fix, we mean spay and neuter.
Yeah, same meaning.
Right?
Yes. All right. Well, before we go, how about we go ahead and give out our Twitter handles? If you want to follow me on Twitter, you can. You can follow me at DannyBiv. Cyrus, where can we find you?
You can find me at Celsi, where I'll be just still trying to get over all this first person treatment I'm getting on the show today.
Aw. Ty.
Yeah, I don't like this.
I'm Super Cat Drugs. I've been tweeting some pretty sick basketball video games. Like Tiny Toons Acme All-Stars on Sega Genesis.
That description of your Twitter took a very sharp left turn there at the end that I was not expecting.
Yeah, if you like surreal video games, check out my Twitter. Once again, that's Super Cat Drugs.
All right. And James, how about you?
At Screw Danny Bivens on Twitter.
That'd be number 2 or 3. But...
Yeah, I might add some numbers onto the end of that.
Yeah.
Please do enjoy.
Okay.
Make it a hashtag. Make it a hashtag. Actually, that's probably better. I can't be asked to make an account.
Yeah, that's too much work.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's it for today. Thanks for tuning in, and for James, Ty, and Cyrus, we are out of here. See you guys.
Peace.
Peace.